Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two running backs will take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory out on that field. It's Rob Kelly's Redskins going up against Thomas Rawls' Seahawks.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line with the Washington Redskins. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 10 yards still left on second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Partner, I know that ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Richardson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. First down, here's Cousins. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Second down following the incompletion. To throw is Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Jaron Reed breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis. Some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. On second down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And left side here, it's Graham. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
Now, can you just hear the old school coaches right now? You threw it for no yards? They don't want the ball in the air unless something positive is going to happen downfield. In that case, they'd rather have the quarterback try and run it himself. Just take care of the ball. If nothing else, just slide and get down.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now Wilson on first down. It's caught. Lockett. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. To throw again is Wilson. And a loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back to the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles, the backup quarterback?
And look out. I think he's going to go. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, 78 yards. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Tyler Lockett now with the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Charles, earlier we talked a lot about Russell Wilson, what a great job he did last year in 2017 as Seattle's offense is working their way back onto the field. But they're probably going to need to find a running game to alleviate some of that pressure on Wilson, right?
Yeah, you think? I mean, my goodness, when you take a look at what Russell Wilson did, he more than doubled the rushing yardage of Mike Davis, who finished second. And Mike Davis didn't begin the year on Seattle's roster. They went through a number of runners this season, none of them that fit and really hit. Chris Carson, they thought, was going to be the guy who got hurt early in the year, but they definitely have to find a running game to get back to playing that Seattle football of run first and let Russell Wilson take over.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And an alley to run. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
Completes it right side to Doxson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Cousins from the gun on third. It's brought in by Doxson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Cousins again. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Cousins to his big target. Reed and the Redskins have a first down. They'll run with Thompson. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. The 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
Now Wilson on second down. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham. They'll try to run with Rawls. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So Washington coming out for their next drive on offense. He looked back, Charles, in 2017, 7-9 for the Redskins, 3rd place in the NFCs, and missed the playoffs for the 4th time in the last 5 years.
Yeah, they've been just good enough to be in the hunt, but rarely have they gotten over the top, as you noted, missed the playoffs 4 out of the last 5 years. Offensively, in 2017, their offensive line was a mess. I mean, they were playing guys out of position, third-string guys, guys up from the practice squad, just trying to find some type of continuity that just wasn't there. But flip it over to the defensive side of the ball. Dead last in the NFL in rush defense. I know we pitch it around like crazy in today's NFL, but you've got to stop the run first, and Washington really struggled in that area.
Yeah, over 134 yards a game against them. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They run it here with Thompson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, 61 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, took up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
He still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On third down, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And the D looking like they may blitz. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, a run with Thompson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Redskins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, here's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Crowder now to return. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And here come the Redskins now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Thompson. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now it's Lockett. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They go again with Rawls. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Wilson, rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Brown in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. Here's John Ryan now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now it's Crowder. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now they try the right side here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Cousins now. Setting up the screen to Kelly. And he's got room. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. They needed 19, and that's precisely what they got. And by the length of a football, it's a 1st down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. And
he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Will Compton in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Wilson to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Graham. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Will Compton bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. And they're going to go soft on the corners. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, able to avoid him. And now off to the races down the right side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, Kelly. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.